Hello everyone, this is Ganeshi VN from studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering in the branch CSE AI, and today we will be learning about enumeration. What is enumeration? Java enums are classes that have fixed set of constants or variables that do not tend to change. The enumeration in Java is achieved using the keyword enum. The Java enum constants are static and final implicitly. Usually, use an enum when dealing with values that aren't required to change, like days of week, seasons of year, colors, and so on. Enums are used when we know all possible values at compile time, such as choices on a menu. The enum constants have an initial value which starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. The first line inside the enum should be a list of constants and then the other thing like methods and constructors. The first line, according to Java naming convention, it is recommended that we name constant with all capital letters. The enum can be defined within or outside the class because it is similar to a class. The semicolon at the end of the enum constants are optional. For example, creating enums with semicolon. Variables of enumeration can be defined directly without any new keyword. Enums in the class are defined like this. Enums outside the class are defined like this. This is similar to initializing any other variable. In the code above, we initialize the levels variables and assign one of the value of an enum. Why do we need enumeration? This is a very basic example of how we can an enum in a switch statement. We should get the color is yellow, the weeks printed to the console because this is the only case that matches between the switch statements. Differences between class and enums. Class constants can be written, while enum constants cannot be overridden. Classes support the creation of objects, enum cannot support the creation of objects. Classes can extend other classes, enum cannot extend other classes. Classes can implement interference, enum can implement interference. The advantages of enum are enum in Java improves type safety. Enum is easily usable in switch statements. Enum can be transversed. Enum has fields, methods, and constructors. Enum can implement interfaces. The following can make enum a special class. Enum concepts can be overridden, doesn't support the creation of objects, cannot extend other classes. Enum can implement interfaces like classes. Sometimes inbuilt data types are not sufficient. Let's suppose that we have a data of different data types required to be stored in a single variable. In such a situation, inbuilt data types won't fulfill the need. That's why there is a requirement for user defined data types, and enum in Java is one of them. We can use enums in other statements such as if statement. If you are looking to execute very specific lines of code only when the variable pointing to the enum constant matches any of the predefined values of the enum type, then if statements can be used. In switch statements, if you want to compare a variable referring to an enum constant against a lot of predefined constant values of the enum type, then the switch stages is more efficient than the multiple if statements. For loop statement. If you're looking to iterate over the entire set of predefined constant values in enum and execute a piece of code, then the for loop statement can be used. Enum fields and methods. Fields, as mentioned earlier, fields can be added to enum in Java. Each constant enum values gets these fields when defining the constants. The field values must be supplied to the enum constructor. Standard enum methods, as every enum type implicitly extends java.language.enum class, the following static methods are available with it. Value and ordinal. This method is used to get an array of all predefined constant values in an enum type, while ordinal, each constant value in enum contains an internal reference number that corresponds to the order in which they are declared, starting with 0. By using this method, you can get the internal reference number for each constant value in enum. Value of this method is used to return an enum constant of the specified string value if it exists. To string, this method is used to get a string value for the given enum constant. Some other methods of enum in Java are compare to and name. In compare to, this method compares the constant of enum on the basis of their ordinal values. For example, meal.lunch.compare to in brackets meal.dinner returns ordinal of lunch gives ordinal of dinner. Name. This method returns the defined term of an enum constant in the form of string. The return value is final.example is final. Thank you everyone.